Hi everyone, my name is Felecia Bowser and I am the Warning Coordination Meteorologist.
Hi, my name is Marty Pope. I'm the Senior Service Hydrologist here at the National Weather Service.
And today we're going to talk about something cool. We're going to talk about the water cycle.
And clouds.
So let's go ahead and get started.
We're going to be starting with the water cycle today. The water cycle begins when we get evaporation that occurs over the ocean and our rivers and over land. This gas will end up rising up into the atmosphere, and we have another part of that, which is the evapotranspiration, which occurs on our trees and also our land surfaces from grasses and things like that, where the gas actually will rise up into the atmosphere as well. As we get up in the upper parts of the atmosphere, we start getting condensation. That's where our clouds begin to form at. And those clouds will actually continue to grow, and they'll also move to different locations depending on what the wind flow is in the upper air. As we go over into the rainfall, we start seeing the clouds get heavier and heavier, and we start seeing precipitation, or rainfall as we call it, or snow or other sources there. That begins to fall, and it becomes runoff in some places. It deposits snow in different places, like say in mountains. And as that water goes, it moves down the rivers and streams. It flows into lakes, and as it gets further along, it can actually start to sink into the ground, as we call infiltration, and it percolates into the aquifers and underneath the surface, and helps to feed the plants and everything there. So what we do is this whole cycle will continue one more time, and it'll just continue. It continuously increases, and we'll go back to evaporation, transpiration, back to condensation, movement of the clouds, and then the precipitation will actually start up once again, and we'll have that cycle over and over. That's the reason we call this the water cycle.
And now we're going to talk about clouds, and there are actually different layers of clouds. So let's start up at the very top of the atmosphere. So we have high clouds, and an example of that would be cirrus clouds. They look like little wispies that's above you. They're fair weather clouds. You're not going to see rain or anything from that. Again, you have cirrostratus clouds, and again, they're just way up high. You're probably not going to see any rain or anything like that. But they're so high that you could actually be at the same level as airplanes. So you have to think about just how high that is. That's really high. Then we have what we call middle layer clouds, or alto. Alto means middle when you hear the word alto in front of a cloud name. So for example, alto cumulus. And these clouds are in the middle part of the atmosphere. And with alto cumulus or alto stratus, you can actually see some rain with some of these clouds as well. So that's the middle clouds. And then we have our low clouds. So when it comes to the low clouds, we have cumulonimbus clouds, and this is where you see your rain and your thunderstorm type of weather, what we get in the summer and the springtime. Then we have stratus clouds. They're also your low clouds, and you just see a lot of rain, not so much lightning and thunder, every now and then, but not so much as what you would see in cumulonimbus clouds. And then a lot of time during the summertime, you will see cumulus clouds, and they're what we call your fair weather clouds. You probably won't get a whole lot of rain out of that. They're nice to look at. They're very pretty, almost look like marshmallows or cotton balls out there as well. So there you have it, boys and girls. You have your low clouds, your middle clouds, and your high clouds. Now, the next cloud I want to talk about is a tornado. And if you remember from just a few seconds ago, I was talking about the different layers of clouds. One of which, the cumulonimbus cloud, where you get a lot of rain, lightning, and thunder. From that cloud, sometimes if the conditions are just right, you get a tornado that falls down to the surface, which is what you see right next to me. And when you see this tornado, one of the first things you need to do is have a safety plan. This is where you could go into your basement or the interior of your home if you know a tornado is coming for you, or your home. So maybe you need to talk with your mom and dad to create a safety plan. That's always a good idea, because tornadoes could be very dangerous if you don't have a safety plan in action. Now, do we see this a lot? Sometimes, but our main times here in the Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana area, we see these a lot in the spring and in late fall. So again, tornadoes, they come from the really strong, severe thunderstorms that could come out of a cumulonimbus cloud. And when they fall to the surface, make sure you have an action plan in place.